Hello and welcome to The Fix. Today we're going to have a look at this Ford Focus titanium. It's got a complaint of a large rumbling noise in it, vibration, and also when you're driving it feels like something's falling apart or is falling off. It's got a loud knocking kind of noise on it as well. So I took it for a test drive and there is a large rumbling on it, like metal is grinding against metal. So then I took it to a friend's garage and checked it on the ramp, but I couldn't see anything, couldn't see the engine mount under here to see if it's faulty or not, but I have a feeling it is the engine mount. You can see I went and purchased these engine mounts. That's the one over here, which I don't think it's got a problem, but I bought them anyway if I open all that stuff up there on the car, and if it is the engine mount, it will be a bit silly not to put a new one in. So I bought one, and if it is the engine mount, I will install this. If it's not, then we'll have to investigate what the fault is. I'm going to start off by pulling off these covers, and maybe I should undo this cover at the front. So sometimes these screws don't come off, so you've got to just put your nail underneath it or something and then pull them out that way. Just these four off here. Now I could pull that cover off, put it to one side. Okay, now I'll just pull this off in here. That's it. I think that should do the trick, or could even pull it off from there, so that's okay. Now I've got to take this air filter box out. Yeah, I think it just, and then it's got an O-ring here, like a rubber ring that holds it on, and the other side it just snaps into place. So I'll put that there. That's released now. Undo it from here, the bellows. Right, it's got a vacuum pipe in here, so I just press on them two. It's not coming off so easy, it's a bit stiff, so just push that out a little bit, like so, and the one on the other side. That's it, let's come off now. Put that to one side, and I think the engine mount is there. It's under there. It actually does look different from the one that I bought, but I'll soon know. I'll have to take off the battery and the battery tray, and then we'll find out. Okay, so I'll just take off the battery cover, and then I've got to take out the battery. So if I undo it, the terminals, put that to one side. Alright, let's take off these 210mm nuts to take the battery clamp off. Right, take off that battery clamp. Okay, the battery clamp off. We'll slide out the battery a little bit, and we could get access to the negative lead, the earth lead. Take the battery out. Right, I've got to undo these two 10mm bolts to undo the battery tray. Oh, there's another one in there, you can see. Got to undo that as well. Okay, now take this out of the way. That's it. Okay, now that's the mount that looks like our one. Yep, luckily it is the mount that's faulty. If you can see, it's been ripped away from there. Just going to put the jack under the gearbox so I could lift it a little bit. I think that's lifted enough. Right, now I've got this bit lifted so it won't fall when I undo these bolts. So let me undo these now and get that mount out. I'm going to undo these 4 bolts. They're 15mm nuts. There's bolts over there. Take this bracket off, and here's the mount. See, the mount is ripped on the side there. So let me just take it off now. I've got to take the center bolt off. Which is an 18mm. Okay. Undo this from over here. See, the mount's been ripped away from all the corners. I think that's why it's making a noise and vibrating. There's a lot of movement in there. So our new one, it looks different because I think they've improved it. They've put this kind of a big metal plate stuff on it, and even on the other side, like on the other one, it had like metal on both sides. This one's actually got a plastic bit there. So I think they've improved it. That's why it looks different. So now we're going to put this on. This is how I'm going to put the mount on. If I put it on there, that that bolt would not line up, because once we've undone it, it's moved forward a bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and line that bolt up first. I'll jack it up a little bit more. Okay, now I could get this bolt on even a little bit, because that will centralize it. Yep. Make sure it goes in straight and not cross-threaded. So I'm going to just do it by hand. Now that bolt's gone on quite a bit. That's okay. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to move this whole lot forward to get it in there. Like I could move it with the mount, so I could get the engine in its place. So just move it, that's it. The engine's in its place now. Now I could put on the 4 nuts. Put them all on a few turns, and then just want to tighten this center one up first. Now we could use a gun on it, because we've already spun it on by hand quite a few turns. Now that's tightened in there, and now I'm going to let the jack down a little bit. If you see, the thing's going to go down, the mount over here. That's it. Now we're going to tighten up these 4 bolts. Okay, that's all tightened in. Oh, I forgot to put the bracket in, so I'm going to have to take it off again. Yeah, I'll just take it off. Remember, I still got the jack underneath it. Even though I don't think it needs it now, because the center bolt is in that holds it up. This is the bracket we forgot to put on, so just put that back on. Just re-bolt it back on together. Okay, now it's on again with the bracket. Just going to take the jack out now, and that's it. Now, as you can see, that's all back on. So now I'm going to start putting all the stuff back on. Okay, first of all, put this battery box back on. That lines up over there with these 4, 3, I think, yeah, 3, no, 4 10mm bolts, or 3. Yep. Okay, that's all back on. Put the battery back in now. So it's the negative lead that goes on inside. Usually when you're putting the battery back, you're meant to put on the positive lead first, yeah, so it doesn't make the full circuit. So you could, you know, if you put on the positive lead last and you touch the body to earth, then it'll short out. But in this battery we have to do it this way because that negative lead is unreachable once we've slid the battery in. Okay, that's the negative lead in, and we slide in the battery over there like that. Then I think what I'll do is I'll put on the this battery clamp. Battery clamp back in, then put this back in here. I think this slides into them grooves there, like so, and it locks into place. And then we put the battery, I think, needs to be moved forward a little bit. Put the battery on here and just tighten up the battery terminal. Alright, the battery is back into place. Okay, now I'm going to put the air filter box back in. So this one just slides on there and it locks in with them clips, and then this goes into that rubber grommet there, that goes into that grommet there, and this one just has the rubber around it. So if I fix that one in there and push that one in, and remember to slide the bellows hose back in over here first. It's got a little cut groove to go in that notch. Right, this is back in both the spouts, and then this rubber goes around there, so that just holds that in place. That's all done now. Right, just got to tighten up this bellows hose. Now we just got to put in this duct. So if I put that back in over there like so, and this one, she goes in this notch over here. You see that? That goes in that notch over there, and also it has to go in into this. So if we slot this in, it's not been slotted in yet. That's it, that's slotted in fully now. That's all in place. So now I'm going to put this cover back on. This one actually, so if we just push that in there like so, get the 4 little plastic cap screws, just push this screw out to the top, slide that in, and then just push that down. Oops. That's it, that's all in place now. Yep. Okay, now the battery cover goes back in like that. And last of all, our engine cover, which clips into these rubber grommets. One in the middle's broken, so it's got a bit of hose on it. So we just clip that in, and that's it, all done. Now we're going to just take it for a test drive. Yeah, now that we've replaced that engine mount, that other mount didn't look like it was that badly broken. It had cracks going all the way in, and the rubber was actually loose. It had a lot of movement on it, but apparently since we've changed it, the rumbling and everything's gone. So under stress, that must have like squashed up completely and had a lot of movement on it. So now that we've changed the mount, and the car seems to be fine. And if you enjoyed the video and you haven't already if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and also click the bell icon so you could get all the future videos of The Fixed. And remember, don't jinx it, fix it.